Some of the things that happen to us in most cases are caused by ourselves, but there are some others that we totally have no control over. When they happen, we just have to embrace the truth and learn how to live with it. Today, we bring you a story of a family living with dwarfism, and according to what they say, well, this ruined most of their chances to be successful in life. When you look at them, at some point, they seem to be very discouraged. Most of these girls were taken advantage of. They fall in love with men who make them pregnant, and when these men get to know that these girls are pregnant, they immediately vanish and they are never seen again.
Mazano mwanya kana nabwo nabonye papa w'umwana wawe ari hehe? Naho hari. Byagenze bite?
Ntabwo nzaho yagiye. Ari sina narazi. Ahita naragenda.
It is very sad, but most girls in this family have gone through this. In order to really know and understand the story of their life, let us start from the very beginning. This is their story. This gentleman here is called Viani. He is 56 years old. He says that a long time ago, he was born in a family of people living with dwarfism. According to him, both of his parents were dwarfs, and so were his siblings, which means that their entire family was living with this condition. He did not manage to go to school for long because other children always laughed and bullied him because of the condition that he was living with. This is the reason why he dropped out of school at an early age. For those who do not know what a dwarf or dwarfism is, it is a short structure that results from a genetic or medical condition. Dwarfism is also generally defined as an adult height of 4 feet and 10 inches. This condition is what this family is living with. Since it is genetic, Viani did not at all want to have children with the same condition. He then decided to marry a lady that was normal. He knew that if he got married to a lady with the same condition, dwarfism was forever going to stay in their family, and he wanted to put this to an end. Though he had this in mind, finding a lady that was going to accept marrying him was not going to be easy. He says that it is one of the hardest things that he has ever faced in his entire life, because a lot of women rejected him simply because he was a dwarf. He did not give up. He kept on being rejected, but fortunately, one day he came across a lady that took him for who he is. She accepted to be his wife and the mother of his children as well. Viani says that this was the happiest moment of his entire life. He never at all believed that this was really happening, but it was. Later, they got married and moved in together as husband and wife. A few months later, his wife got pregnant. Now, it was that time that they were all waiting for. Everyone was curious to know the baby's condition. Months later, she gave birth. But Viani and his wife were very disappointed when they saw the baby. The child was born with dwarfism as well. Upon seeing this, they had to accept what had happened and live with it, and that's when they decided to try again with hope that this time the baby was going to turn out normal. So a few months later, his wife got pregnant again. Unfortunately, it was the same story. They did not want to give up yet. they repeated this circle a couple of times. Viani and his wife kept on doing this, and she gave birth 8 times. But still, it was the same case, and all the 8 children turned out to be born with dwarfism. According to Google, there is nothing that a parent could do before or during her pregnancy to prevent a baby from having this condition, which means that there was nothing and totally nothing that Viani and his wife could do to change this. Now, his wife was very sure that this was never going to change. She then woke up one morning and she left for good. She abandoned her husband with their children because he says that she got to a point when she could not take it anymore. According to the poor life they lived in, Viani could not get a job or money to feed his 8 children on a daily basis. Unfortunately, 2 of them did not make it. They died, and now he is left with only 6 of them. They grew up and started going to school, but life was not at all easy for them because they were being laughed at whenever they could go to public places like school, markets, and many more of that sort. She is called Sifa. She is one of Viani's children. She says that school was very tough for them since people always stared, laughed, and talked about them a lot.
Nabwo bigenda biza buhoro buhoro kuko inzira twacaga mu isoko abantu bakandeba rimwe na rimwe nkataha nyuma y'abandi irindi nkataha mbere y'abandi kubera isoni.
There were times where she could leave school very early or very late. She did not want to walk with the other children home because they always laughed at her and bullied her, which made Sifa very uncomfortable and felt so terrible about it. She says that she spent quite some time looking for a man to call her husband, but things did not turn out to be good on her side. She found a man that they fell in love with. When she got pregnant, he abandoned her and left forever. Fortunately, she gave birth to a normal child. This is her sister, and the case is absolutely the same. This is Viani's sister, and they all live here together in this house. It is very hard for them to get jobs because of their condition. People refuse to hire them because they believe that they cannot do much due to their dwarfism. A wise man once said that you should always keep your face always towards the sunshine, so that the shadows fall behind you. Thank you for watching. My name is Prince. This is the Intax. Do not forget to subscribe.